Hello everybody and welcome to Real and Virtual Outdoors on this good Thursday. Alright, let me check my audio, make sure my mic's working. It is, I think. Hang on, make sure the mic's working. On this good. Yep, alright. We're good. Alright. So let's call a few people out and then I will touch on a few things and we're going to get this hunt started today. I'm going to run an hour and 45 minutes today. We generally go 2 hours. I've got to get the puppy to the vet today. She's got a little cyst that's going to have to be looked at. Probably going to have to be removed. Done had one removed. So I got to help my wife get things loaded up for the dog to go to the vet. Fisherman Sid, good to see you. Anything possible, good to see you. Chris Everett, there's my friend Big Slim. There's my big brother downtown, Ernest Brown. Notice I said Ernest. Let's see. Kelly Bullock, good to see you, my friend. Moon over Miami. I believe I called Chris Everett. And Delgato Gamer, good to see you, good to see you. He added a TV on the end of his name. I think that's new. Alright. As I said, I'm going to run an hour and 45 minutes today instead of the general 2 hours. And this is going to be a series of hunts. It will not be on every Thursday. But it will be a series that I'll be doing. And it's going to be a handgun series, and we're going to talk about that as we go. Ernie says I've been spying. Well, Ernie, you're probably right. I want to, before I get into talking about the gun and everything that we're going to use today, I want to remind everybody to watch Fields to Water tonight at 7. Skipjack Cindy's going to be on tonight. The link's on the Real and Virtual Outdoors group page. And you can find that link there if you prefer to do it that way. It'll be a good show tonight. Cindy's a good angler, and she's really been putting some fish on the bank. So let's go welcome Skipjack Cindy tonight on Fields to Water at 7 Central Standard Time. Also, I want to mention Kenneth, Takedown Catfishing, KP, as a lot of you know him. He's not doing well. If you did not see Hog Legs video live that he did with Kenneth's daughter last night, I encourage you to go watch that. And pray for Kenneth and pray for Caitlin. Kenneth's health is not good and it's not improving and sounds like it's getting a little worse. Kenneth will be with our Lord one of these days, so he's going to be all right unless a miracle happens, and that's what we're hoping for. But Caitlin needs your prayers and your support right now. So please do that. All right. Let's see. And I know I'm not a very good public speaker, but let's see now. Gotta go call a rich dude and tell him he's now slightly less rich. Oh, okay, that ought to be a fun experience. All right, let's talk about the gun. All right, so they come out with a summer pack, a customization pack, and give us some ability to do some gun painting. And I put together a gun for this series, and this is going to be the weapon. This is a Glock. It's not a Glock. They call it something else, but it's basically a Glock. It's a Glock. They call it a different name in game because they don't have a license with Glock, but I'll call it what I want to. It's 10 millimeter. It's 5-inch barrel. This gun was black, and I changed the color configuration. I put a blue slide on it and a kind of in between a nice gray polymer bottom. So this is something that I put together for this series, and we're going to use this gun. This is going to be the primary gun that we use. In fact, it's the only gun we got. So we're going to go with this today. We do not have any other weapons in the pack. So there'll be a few animals that I will not be able to take with this weapon, but it will cover all but 2 animals on this map. And we're not going to see any gators today because we're not going to be in gator territory. I have this coupled with a reflex sight. I'm going to show that to you now and get you. See how that gun's just black in color, and it shows that way on the screen. But this is the weapon, and it's a nice. I think it looks nice. It's coupled with a reflex sight. This gun is 54 yards. It will take any animal from 2 to 6 on the scale. So, which includes most of the deer species. Well, all of the deer species. All right, we're going to walk here in the cabin. Let me see what time it is. It is 11 a.m. I put this gun together, painted it, shot it, took it out on the range. 54 yards is the suggested yardage. I'm confident I can take an animal that's ethical with this gun from 65 yards. So, but it's recommended that you keep it under at 55 yards. It's 54 and some change. So, we're going to reset the time, 6 a.m. We're going to look around here a little bit. Just a basic cabin. Looks like a comfortable setting. Looks like something I can live in for sure. All right, let me close the door. I don't want no mosquitoes in here. All right. We're going to walk this path here. This is getting on up into deer country up here, about right here. So we're going to walk this path. We're going to head from here on up to this watering hole and on up through here and see what we can come up with. This is all pretty much deer country. And that's what we're going to do today. And we're going to stop and maybe pop up a blind and do a little calling. So I'm just going to set a waypoint here to the first access zone, and we're going to head that way. And we're just going to kind of creep along. Get out of running mode here. What I have in the pack is just the one gun and several calls, binoculars, of course, tent, stand. I got a predator call for the fox. I've got a little red deer scent, and I've also got some other deer scent for roe deers. So we're going to see a few kangaroos along the way. And we're just going to spot and stalk and visit today. get this show on the road to see what we can come up with. We're going to see some kangaroos. And when we get up here closer to deer country, we're going to start seeing some axis deer. And there's 5 or 6 species on the map. This is the Australia map. I will have to close within 65 yards to make an ethical shot. Which means I'm going to have to really navigate around to get a shot on a bigger deer, and probably do some crawling and some hoping and praying that I can stay concealed long enough to ease up on an animal. The handgun hunting is kind of challenging. What is that? Oh. It's hot today. We got a little break yesterday. But it's back to being hot today. Yesterday was pretty nice. It wasn't too bad. It was in the 90s, but you know, it was a lot better than 108. I think it's going to be 108 today. My wife is probably thrilled about that because she's got to take the doggy to the vet. And I'm not going, but I got to help her get things ready to go. And I got to stay home with the other dog. I got 2 of them. And if you take one, the other one has a wall-eyed fit. So somebody's got to stay home and babysit. And that's going to be my job today. And since I live in an apartment complex, we won't both of us leave and have her having a fit and barking her head off the whole time. So, and the weenie dogs are famous for barkers. So somebody's going to have to stay, Daddy's going to have to stay home and babysit the baby while the mama dog goes to the vet. Well, it's been hot here for 21 days. I think we've had 20-something days of over 100-degree weather. Now, it back out, it just can't get no worse. It's plateaued. Eventually, it'll start. In a couple of weeks, the nights will start cooling down here. Generally, in Texas, about mid-August to late last week of August, the nights will start coming down into the 70s. They've been 85 for lows, and they start coming down in the 70s. And that generally signals the first signs of fall. So, we should start seeing some of that. As a reminder, I will not be here for Thursday's live stream. On the 9th of September, I'm going to be going to my grandmother's 90th birthday party. Wife and I are going to take a trip and go down to Galveston. We're going to take this same handgun and we're going to hunt several maps on this. Like I said, this will not be an every Thursday thing. It's going to be kind of a series that I'm going to be doing. I might do a few videos too on this. KP Strong, that is correct, sir. Good to see you, Art. I was talking about Kenneth a little earlier. Disappointed to hear the news that he's not doing any better, but just keep on hoping for the best and praying for his daughter. That's all we can do. And try to help when we can. Kenneth's a great guy. He's always been a good friend to me. I was very saddened last night to hear that he's not doing better. He's always been a friend to me, as he's been a friend to many in the community. Oh yeah, he's a great guy. He really is. My hope is that, you know, maybe we'll get a blessing and it'll turn around. We got an axis deer up here. I tell you that from personal experience, and share a little something with y'all, that doctors don't know everything. So yes, we have good doctors these days and they do a good job, but they're not future predictors. I would be totally unable to do anything and be bedridden by 40 if my mother and father had listened to the doctors when I was born. And I'm 51 and going strong. So they don't always know the future. So we just have to hope and pray that the Lord will do what's right for Kenneth, and hopefully that's what we all want. For him to get better and come home and be able to share some more good times with him. I'm looking for that deer. This brush is thick. I spooked him. He was right there and I didn't see him. All right, I'm gonna sit right here a minute. Albert Lewis. There's a fox. Nubby's catfishing. Good to see you. We're going to be drawing some We're going to be playing some sports games. Is the plan to do some sports games on Thursdays. I'm also going to start broadcasting the new fishing game. They did a major update for that before yesterday. And I played that yesterday for several hours. It looks really good, so we're gonna play that. They've added some fish, which I'm excited about. They added crappie. Y'all know how much I like crappie. And we got somebody close that back door, because when I say this, somebody may come in and start dropping twos. We got we got sturgeon. Oh my Lord. I laughed when I saw that yesterday. I haven't caught a sturgeon yet. And then we got burbot and several other species, walleye. So I think they added like 6 or 7 fish, some more trout species to the stream. Yeah, I knew that was coming. Turtle Lady, Stan said you better practice. I better practice. Oh, for the fishing game, I tell Stan to bring it. I'm ready for him. I've already got a map worked out for Stan for the bass fishing. I'm ready for him. I am ready for him. Good to see you, Turtle Lady. 25-minute mark. I want to thank you moderators for taking care of the foolishness that we had last Tuesday. We had us a spammer. Thank you guys for taking care of that. There's a sandbar deer feeding zone. Now this feeding zone should still be active. It's going to be active here in about 2 hours. So that's a good pickup. He thought we was fishing, but he knows better than that. Fishing for bluegills. Tell him I sent him the doggone rules. Read the rules. Bluegill. Good Lord. Oh, Stan, he tried to change the terms. Now, he thinks he's slick. Not spam for a sandwich, Alvin Lewis. He's bluegill. What's he think this is? A kids tournament? Hello, Dick. Good to see you, buddy. I'm gonna lay down on this rock a minute. I got a feeling about this spot. I'm just gonna lay here for just a minute and hit this sandbar call. We are about down here where we want to be. Let me turn my volume up a little bit where I can hear these animals. That's better. They added a bunch of fish and new features to that fishing game. Running water is one of them. The water looks really nice. They fixed, before you had kind of a still water setting. Now you've got waves and running water. Dan says he's got every gold animal on this map. I'm not surprised the way he's on it all the time. That's good. Tell Stan that I got a diamond alligator off of somebody's map. I ain't gonna call no name. Oh, Lord. Oh, Stan. I'm looking. I'm going to take a look through the binoculars. See if we got anything coming that I don't see. Then we're going to get up and get to walking. This pistol hunting is a lot more challenging than the rifle because you necessarily can't hit anything. Rifle hunting's a little bit easier because it's more of a long range gun. I don't see anything. Alright, so let's get back on the track. He's laughing. Oh, yeah. They are in the process of releasing the crossplay, the console version of that game. They are basically what Jackson said yesterday during the stream. What was that? That's a hog deer. We're going to use this brush right here and see if we can't get us a hog deer. He's right over this hill over here. If I can find a place to get. There's actually a roe deer out there too. Jackson said yesterday that I'm going to try this. This probably ain't going to work out too good, but I'm going to try it anyway. That they're about ready to release the Xbox, the console version of that game. I think they're actually, the way he hinted, that they are ready to release but can't release it yet because of some final paperwork. There's a deer. I see that's 70 yards. I need to get this roe deer call real quick. They got to have some final paperwork, and I know I'm kind of stumbling around here talking about it because I'm trying to get this deer in range here, and of course he runs. I think the game is ready to go. I think the update's ready to drop. It just hadn't dropped yet because of some finalization on the paperwork. I think everything is going to be cross-play before long. That deer bolted. Yeah, we're looking for just anything to kill with a handgun. I have just scratched the surface of this map, so I don't have a whole lot of blinds or anything set up. My guess would be that most things are going to be cross-play real quick, guys. No, I hadn't shot anything yet. I only saw one animal. I hear that GTA 5 is going to be cross-play. I think everything will be cross-play before long. They're getting now technologically where they can bridge that threshold. That's one of the things that I like about the angler Call of the Wild is that Righty Roll, welcome in. It's that is a server that you're going into. So there's other people fishing there, and you can see what they're catching, which is a great thing. Mainly because some of the fish are nocturnal, and they're hard to catch during the daytime. So you can it gives an itemized list of what people's catching when they catch one, and you can kind of keep an eye on that and pretty much tell when certain species are going to bite the best. For instance, the trout bite in the daytime, bass bite in the daytime. But the catfish are night biters, and I hadn't caught a catfish yet. I tried a little bit yesterday, but I didn't stay on it too long because I'm trying to build up my finances. And so I didn't stay on it too long, but probably go back to that tonight, place that some more. We ain't seeing a doggone thing. You cannot change the time yet. That is something they're supposed to be addressing. There's no way to change the time. So what's going to be challenging for us when we do that thing, we're going to have to get on there, and the only way that I know to change the time, Turtle Lady, is to, we got a sandbar deer up here, is to go in the server and set there till the time changes. All right, I'm gonna use this tree right here, and I'm gonna try to call this dude in here. You just go in there and sit there until morning comes, and then start fishing. There's just no way to change the time. That has been a big ask from the community, is being able to change the time. There is some nice deer right here. Here he comes. Keep coming, big boy. 49 yards. All right, let's pop this joker. Let's see what this Glock can do. All right, that should have been a good hit. Let's go. There's some axis deer down here too. They spooked when I shot, but they're supposed to be fixing that where you can change the time. That shot may have been a little far forward, but it ought to do the trick. Oh no, I got a good shot. That's a big blood spatter. He's not going to be far. He's not going to be far. That's a sandbar. If you go in and it's nighttime, you just leave the game running, it'll go to daytime. And I'm still learning a lot about that game. I learned a lot yesterday about it. Here's our deer. It's a very interesting looking animal. I wonder what that joker tastes like. That's all I'm worried about. Oh my goodness. Where'd we hit him at? Let's see if we can get we got him in the lung, so we did get a lung shot. Good looking shot. That's a good looking shot by a good looking dude. All right, let me ease over here. Stan says he wants to open. What time is it? All right. I'm going to pop the blind up here for a minute and hang out right here a minute and do some calling, because it's still time for those follows to come in, and I think that we might be able to get a shot at one. They may come back to graze. We're going to pop the blind up right here. Stan wants to open a driving school. Speaking of that, Ben Stan's probably right there listening. They want us to do a death race, Stan, on the truck driving game. You and I pick a location and do some sort of cross between a death race and a Smokey and the Bandit haul. I got asked about that the other day on Tuesday in chat. I need to call you about that. We need to discuss doing a live on that. Everybody wants to see me and you do a death race. Or some type of Smokey and the Bandit call. Alright, I'm sitting in the blind here. We're going to sit here a few minutes, see if I can get those follows to come back and put a shot on one of them. As far as stand opening a driving school, tell him not to quit his day job. Seattle from Oklahoma, Oklahoma to Seattle works for me. Tell him I'll try to call him a couple of days and we'll discuss how we're gonna do it. We'll figure out some rules. I don't want to have a whole lot of rules. I want to be entertaining for everybody. I know what everybody wants to see. They want us to run each other in the ground and get a little rough as we go and have some fun. These guys, they like to see the wrecks. That's what they want to see. That's what a death race is supposed to be about. We're going to call here for a little while. Now see, this is the spot that I'd like to put a blind, because right here in front of this orange dot is a feeding zone. It's a nice open space here with woods to the left and to the right. And we're going to see what happens right here. This is a feeding zone from 6 to 10. Now we did shoot here and we did run them off, but sometimes they'll come back. We're going to do I'm going to do another Saturday night patrol. One of these nights. I've been working on that, in that game, on some role plays. I've got it all modded like I want to. So now I'm just working on being creative with some role plays and stuff for it. So we're gonna do that again. Saturday night's stream that we did with a fishing game and the real fishing going on was a lot of fun. Got a lot of participation in that, so that was a lot of fun. We'll sit here for another 5 minutes real time, then we're gonna go. I had a lot of participation on Tuesday for the Euro Trucking Simulator too. There was a lot of people viewed that. I was real happy with that. I had like 140 views before the live was even over with. That was great. I generally average around that. I had that before it was ever over with, so A lot of people rewatch my stuff because it's middle of the day and they're working. I seem to get a few more views on the Euro trucking side. I don't know if it's because I'm getting views from overseas. That game is very popular overseas. But a lot of fun. We're going to head over here next. I'm also looking for, as I walk, I'm also looking for zones and things to open up. I have not opened all the zones up by far on this game. On this map, rather. Alright. I'm pretty well satisfied that if they were going to come back, they would have come back already. So let me look up in here, because one thing I've learned is don't bail out of here without looking real good, because you do that, you're going to spook one out. But I'm pretty well satisfied that we run everything off and we shot. A lot of times they will come back, but all right, let me get my bearings here. Where are we going? Yep. And I have to move real slow. There are servers for the police game where you have a lot of people that get on there and multiplay. That's police and civilians, and I'm thinking about joining a server to do lives from. A lot of people are doing that. It's very successful. And the way that works is that you basically fill out an application to work in a law enforcement agency. And they have a ranking system and they have supervisor systems in place and etc. So they have rules to follow and all kinds of stuff. But it's a lot of fun because you're actually playing with other people and working together. And even the civilians that's playing in it have a lot of fun with it. So, you know, their job is to be the bad guy and your job is to be the good guy. So I did hear today, just talking about various things, Grand Theft Auto 6 is in the making. And that's the base game for the police game that I play. It's Grand Theft Auto 5. They're going to they're putting an age limit. For the first time in Grand Theft Auto history, you're going to do an age verification. If you're not 18 years of age, you're not supposed to be playing that on the server. So that's going to change a lot of things and open up a lot of positions on these server law enforcement agencies, because right now as it stands, you be 15 and play it. And oh, what's that up there? Look at there. That is 300 yards up there. Ain't no way I'm hitting that. That's 2 feeding zones right there. Alright, so I'm going to work my way around there pretty well. I'm going to start working my way around there. Let me spot that real quick. Well, I know how far I am. I'm going to get to 200 and then I'm going to have to start crouching and easing up there. I might be able to sneak up on them. We're going to get to 250 here and then we're going to start a crouch. I don't want to push them too much. Alright. I'm going to try to work my way around there. We're going that way anyway, so. So if that is accurate information, that's going to change a lot of things within these servers for GTA 5 or GTA 6. There's going to be a lot of folks that's currently playing and it's not going to be able to play. And the one thing about Rockstar Games is you have to be very careful with their guidelines and their rules because they'll ban you. They're notorious for banning people on the servers. So you can't go on their server and use mods. So that rules that out. So and nobody, these bigger servers are not going to lose their privileges letting somebody underage play. So that's going to knock a lot of folks out of being able to play, is what it sounds like to me. Grand Theft Auto is a very adult game. So I'm sure that's why they're doing that. I stopped a girl the other day, didn't have no shirt on. My wife's like, "Herp? Have you saw that before?" I'm like, "Nope." That's the first in the game. No top at all. I'm like, "Yeah, really? Alrighty then." Dadgummit. I did not spook. That's the one I want to shoot right there, and he's at 115. So I got to creep up here. And in fact, I think I'm going to have to crawl up here. Martin. Alright, so I want to crawl up here to at least 65 yards. Darn R, good to see you. That's the one I want to shoot right there. And this is where I'm going to have to do the belly crawl. And hopefully I can get up here. This is a challenge of hunting with a handgun. We're at 98 yards right now. Now there's going to be some that's going to run because there's deer all around here. And just maybe that one will stay put. Good to see you, Don. Hope you're doing well today, buddy. We're going to try to close to 65 yards. That's the challenge. He's still there. How many yards are you right now? You are 67 yards. We're going to do it right here, folks. We're going to do it right here. I gotta make a good shot. This is about the max. Now let's go see. I didn't like the way that deer reacted when I pulled that trigger. But let's go find out. Did not like that reaction I got. The fox zone up here too. I am not impressed with that reaction I got. I do not feel good about that. That deer basically appeared to get up. And I did not get the reaction I was looking for out of that. I don't see any blood. I think I missed. I don't know if I hit something or what. Packing to go camping. Well, I'm fixing to told you that I absolutely did not like the way that looked. I missed. That's just all there is to it. Now what happened, I don't know, but something happened. That deer got straight up. He didn't jump like he'd been hit. He didn't lurch forward. Figures. Did all that crawling for nothing. I got that banner just a little bit long under my name up there. I don't know if I like that or not. That's something I put on there today. What y'all think about that channel name under on my cam up there? Does that look ridiculous? I know this is hard to hear, but you missed. Oh my gosh. I'm about to go back and re-look at that. That looked like I had it on him, but he sure didn't act like he'd been shot, did he? I'm about to go back and review that. I need a instant replay review on that. I know this is hard to hear, but you missed. Yeah, you trying to be funny. Did all that crawling for nothing, dadgum booger bear, as Mr. John Parker would say. I don't know what happened. That shot looked good. I don't know what happened. I'll have to go back and review the replay. Don Arms going camping. You know what Troy's idea of camping is? Troy's idea of camping is going to the campground, hanging out a little bit, and going to the motel. I ain't about to sleep on no ground. That's not my style. There's some red deer tracks. Walk over this ledge, see what's down this valley here. Or this little hill here. Not really a valley, but don't see anything down there. This handgun hunting ain't as easy as it looks. There's a fox. I know I'm not concealed well enough for this, but I'm gonna try this. Is there any place else I can hide? Well, maybe up here in these bushes. I'm gonna back off up here and try to call that fox down up that hill. Can't see a doggone thing. It's about good as it's gonna get. There's a fox out here. I'm gonna try to call him in. I gotta get to my box call. I got too many calls in this backpack. Let's try to see if I can get him to come out. Yeah, I ain't sleeping on no ground. I can tell you that. That's out. Now this is gonna be. I'm gonna tell you right now. If I get this box come out, I'm gonna be extremely lucky. It's gonna be. This position is not that great. Even though the wind is in my favor, I'm not a fan of this position. These foxes slick, but I'll try it. That brings back memories, Don. My mother got ready to go on a trip, or got ready to go even on a fishing trip. The woman had to carry the whole house. You getting ready to go fishing? We used to go out in the boat and fish all night with kids. And she'd take enough food for a week. I can remember my dad when I was young wiping his face looking at all that stuff he had to load. All I could do is laugh. He'd walk by me and be mumbling under his breath, "Good Lord, son, I don't know why your mama's got to carry everything, including the kitchen sink, to go fishing for 8 hours." Yeah, that's just the way it was. He used to get so doggone irritated with that. These fox are slick. I'm gonna look through these binoculars and see if I can get a glimpse. I don't think he's there anymore. He's not. Alright, we're gonna hit the road. This spot in stalk hunting with a handgun is tough. Now, if you want a challenge, well, we're trying to shoot anything that got hair on it today. Welcome in 205. We just kind of walking along it, but this spot in stalk hunting is tough with this handgun because you got to get in close. Really, you need to be in a stand somewhere. Oh, there's some deer right there if I don't spook them. What are you? Bunch of does. There's something back there. Oh, there was the buck. How far are you? 55 yards. We're going to shoot a doe. I say we're going to shoot a doe. Dadgummit. I missed. Golly. You gotta be kidding. I think I missed. I think I pulled that shot. I think I pulled that shot. I got shot to the right. I pulled that. Dadgummit. Headed home for work. Wanted to holler. Appreciate it, brother. Appreciate it. I pulled that shot. That was strictly on me that time. That was on me. I took this gun out yesterday on the range and shot it fine. Oh. That second shot was a waste. I was trying to shoot it on the run. I hit this one though. in the right lung. I didn't miss that time though, did I? I did not miss that time. I got him, Martin. That was quick redemption from Martin's. What are we looking for? The barn door you missed. Yeah, I knew I missed that shot back there. That was obvious. I pulled it. I knew when I shot, I pulled it. Redemption. All right, we find getting a little action going on here. We need some. I need to put some stands up on this map. I walked right up on them jokers. They were just, hello, they were just standing there. Pretty as you please. Let me take a scan down here in this. It was interesting yesterday to listen to Jackson talk about the fishing game and all the plans and things they have, you know, for it, and the difference between the two engines that these games was built on. You know, this, as good as this game looks, this engine is 6 years old. And some of the technical animations on the fishing game are so advanced. For instance, the animations they can do with the water, just for an instance. Of course, the fishing game is built on a newer engine, and the evolution of an engine that's 6 years newer than the engine this was built on. In 6 years, you know, 5 or 6 years, it's really 5 years from when the game came out. Can you imagine in another 5 years if it keeps progressing like that, when they build that next hunting game? And they're going to build another hunting game. Money dictates whether they build one or not. There's been millions of copies of this sold, and they're going to build another one. This, just like they did with, you know, when they built the Call of the Wild, when they built it to replace the Hunter. It never replaced the Hunter. People are still playing the Hunter all the time. So I know they're going to build another one. Can you imagine in 5 years if they build another one of these on an engine that's twice as better as this engine was, what it's going to be like? That's the one good thing about having a gaming channel is that there's always going to be content. They're building these games every day. And they get better and better every year. So there's always going to be content for these games coming out. I can only imagine in 5 years if they build another hunting game what it'll be like. And yes, some of the areas, you know, like they had an Australian map in the Hunter, and now they've got one in Call of the Wild. And and the animals, you know, were come over from the classic, Hunter the classic, to this, and it will be the same way with the next hunting game. But as far as the graphics and the animations, in another 5 years, it ought to be fabulous. All right, I need a minute to adjust in my seat, and we'll get back on with the show. Give me 1 minute. All right. Whew, sorry about that. I had to adjust. RC. £5 catfish on a virtual catfish on a swim bait. Get on the other side of this hill here. I don't really like running because every time I do that, it seems like I spook something off. But I'm trying to get a couple more animals shot before the stream's over with. We hadn't come across anything really big today. I haven't hunted this map a whole lot, other than the gators hunt that we did. There's a roe deer way back there. We're not messing with you. The gator stream, we shot a bunch of big gators. But they're pretty easy to hunt. You go to the beach and you run up down the beach, and they're money payers too, boy. The gators really pay. I need to spend about probably 5-6 more hours on this map, running it, opening the zones up, getting all my feed zones opened up and watering zones, and then start placing stands. So here's a feeding zone up here. We're going to open this. It's one I haven't opened yet. I'll make sure I creep up on the side of this hill, because I don't know what's going to be down here. Let's take a look real quick. hog deer. A lot of deer species on this map. Alright, we're going to head up here. And I'm just walking from zone to zone looking. And hopefully we can come across a few animals. When I get the stand set up on this map, I can do a little stand hopping. I could have went to Revontuli Coast and stand hopped a little bit more and probably killed a few more animals today, but I want to try to kill two birds with one stone. Looking at some more of this map with y'all and then doing a little bit of scouting. I've got to take a little time and build a few players for a few avatars for the wrestling game so we can have a wrestling day coming up. I got to get that done. A lot of projects I'm working on right now, so too hot to do anything else. And then I'm going to be getting ready to go on a cruise in October. I'm looking forward to getting out in that international water and playing them slot machines. Creep up down here and see what's down here. This other side of this hill here. Watch this point. You thought there'd be something right down in here, but it's not. Hope I don't lose. I hope you don't lose your new moo-moo. Well, I've got plenty. So if I lose one, it's not that big of a deal. I've got plenty. I buy extras, Don. Just in case I lose one. Lord, it's been a slow hunt today. Where are all these animals today? You never know what you're going to get. Might be fast-paced. Might be slow. Let's get up here to the next spot. There's some tracks. There's another resting zone. He'll have to see if his little shops got moving. I'm sure they do. Everybody's got moo-moos. Even Walmart's got moo-moos. Problem is finding them. They generally get bought up pretty quick. This red one I've got on here, I bought these for, I don't know, $6, $7. They was cheap. I bought them off Amazon. And if I'd have known at the time that when I bought these, that I think I bought 3, 4 of them. If I'd known at the time when I bought these, it's going to be 100 years before they got them back in stock, I'd have bought a few more of them. They went from like $7 to $30 a piece, and I'm like, golly. But I got on the internet and found some, so had to go to a different place to get them, but I got them. I bought some camo ones, and axis deer. We need to put some stands up around here. Oh Lord, wouldn't that be a sight? Oh my gosh. Yeah. They're not easy to find sometimes. Well, I got to have a big size. That's the problem. Oh, they got the ones for the skinny minis. But the ones that finding the ones to fit the double meats like I am, they kind of hard to find. Buck Williams. Good to see you, Buck. That was an interesting read you sent me the other day about the in-game photography. That was a good read. Thank you for that. Steve Locke, good to see you, buddy. How are you? Appreciate everybody coming in today. We will be back on Tuesday for American Truck Simulator. And I'm going to be playing American Truck this week. We're gonna have another Saturday night stream soon. I got to try to get one of them in before I go on my trip, if I can. We hadn't played the police game in a while, so we're gonna try to get that going. Stan and I are talking about doing a death race in the truck. We're gonna try to get that going. I got a lot of things I'd like to get. I got a lot of plans for the channel. And hopefully that will include a little bit of fishing content. It's been it's just been too hot. I can't go out there in that heat. I'm just too doggone fat. I just can't handle it. There's an axis deer. See, all these zones, even though, you know, we're walking through here, we're not seeing a whole lot. All these zones we're opening up. It's progress. Because I'm going to be able to go back and put some stands up. And this is a really good spot to put a stand up because it's an open area. And these are new zones, so these are ones that I didn't have. There's another one. We'll follow this. So there are two species of deer right here. Let's see what time those zones are. Alright, so that first zone I opened up. Let's follow deer. That's 3 a.m. to 6 a.m. And this one right here is follow deer from 6 to 10, and axis deer from 6 to 9, and feral hogs from 6 to 10. So there's 3 zones right here that the animals start coming into at 6 a.m. in the morning. And this is a nice open area right here. So for sure this is somewhere that I wanna, and I might even, I don't know. We're going to walk right here just a minute. I think while we're right here, I'm going to try something. That is the first straight tree that I have seen on this reserve. And I don't know, that may hold I may accept a tree stand. I don't know that for sure, but sure would like to put a tree stand right here. Let's try it and see if it accepts it. It may not, but we're going to try it. While I'm here, I'll put one up. Then I can come back to this spot and hunt it. Let me plop a tent down. Oh, let's see. We've got a tree stand here somewhere. May have to go buy one. May not have any. No, we don't. So let's go here and let's go buy one, see if it'll work. I'm not sure it will work, but we're gonna try it. Alright. I want to see if it'll accept it, or I'll know if he's, if it doesn't, it's not a loss because I can use it on another property. All right, cross your fingers. Let's see if it works. Yep. It will work. And I think I want to put it over here. I think. Let's put it right here and see what it does. How it looks. Now, this is planted ahead at its finest, folks. Got to get it just right. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, it's perfect. See how this overlooks this hill? This is perfect. Good to see you, Austin, buddy. Alright. Now see, we're going to leave that right there. That's the first really straight tree that I've seen. So that will stay there. All right. I'm going to look on the map here and see if there's anything close. This is relatively close. This is 259 yards from that outpost. So if it was several hundred yards, I would put a stand down. I'd put a tent down here and leave it. But then I can fast travel. So I can fast travel to that outpost, walk 259 yards down here at this stand, and hunt this zone. It's, you know, free animal zone. That's a big zone. There's going to be a lot of traffic come through here. That'll work. That'll be a spot we can hunt. And there's the outpost, and right here's the stand. So that will absolutely work. All right, guys, we have reached the hour and 45-minute mark just about. I'm going to have to get out of here. I got to go take the dog, get the doggy off to the vet for my wife. Appreciate you guys coming by and joining me. Don't forget about Trucking Tuesday, American Truck Simulator. We'll see if I get do a load of cows. God bless you. Have a good day. Appreciate you coming by. And as the great Porky Pig would say,